Hello everyone. Today we are going to plan our PSA. So yesterday you were able to view some examples of PSAs, and I'm hoping that you saw some of these qualities in the PSAs that you viewed. This is the criteria for an effective video PSA, which is what we're going to make on Flipgrid. It should be high quality, looks professional so people take it seriously. You need to describe the issue. It should urge viewers to take action. It suggests ways viewer can take action. It's engaging. The viewer wants to watch to the end and will remember it. So today, keep that in mind as you plan your PSA. So on page 97 in your workbook, you will see this graphic organizer. I'm going to choose the same issue that I did for my essay, but I want to be clear that you do not have to do the same issue for your PSA. I'm going to say that again. You do not have to do the same issue for your PSA as you did for your opinion essay. So I am choosing access to water, but let's say, for example, you did water pollution for your opinion, but you would rather do demands on water for your PSA. You can do that. Mrs. Harrison and I did access to water for our opinion essay. We could choose to do water pollution for our PSA. You have your note catchers in your EL workbooks that look like this for each one, and the title's at the top so you'll know which one you might want to use, whether it's access, pollution, or demand. So please have your EL workbook in order to do this activity today. Since I am choosing the same one, which you can, it doesn't have to be different, as my essay, which is access to water, I will refer to this to help me think of those 3 things that impact people and the 3 ways to take action. Doesn't mean that they can be different. They might not be exactly the same. You can also use your One Well book to help you. All right, so since I'm going to do access to water, my target audience, that's circled, my target audience for this PSA will definitely be children, so you'll want to circle that, because we are going to share these on Flipgrid with the 5th graders. Okay, so they are going to get a link to our PSAs, and hopefully we can teach them something about the water issues. I also want you to circle young adults and adults, because next week we are going to be sending out an email to friends and family that you have emails for with a link to our PSA and a letter explaining our water issue. Okay, so our audience is going to be from children to young adults to adults. So going back to the key points, since I'm doing access to water, what is the issue? The issue is that farmers don't have enough water to grow crops, right? So I'm getting that right from my impact here. Farmers, and this can just be phrases, not enough water for crops. That's an access to water issue. Also, people have to walk, right? At least 15 minutes to get water. I'll elaborate on these in my PSA. Obviously, these are just notes. It's just like I don't know, sometimes you might see people with index cards that they would use. It's almost like an index card with your talking points that you elaborate on when you do your PSA. Also, we want to go back, don't forget, some of the water is dirty and makes them sick. That is definitely needs to be talked about. Some of the water is dirty and makes them sick. Now, You know, an effective PSA not only describes the issue, but it has to give solutions. So, some of the things I said, and that would be your action part on your note catcher, we said you could raise money for organizations. So I would again write raise money for organizations. But I feel like I need to give them some examples of that. So for my second point, I'm going to give the examples. So my examples would be things we've done in the classroom. Hat day at school. You could do a hat day at your school. You could have a bake sale. Raise money that way to donate. You could donate your allowance. Some people work and do chores and gain an allowance each week or month, and they might want to just donate that. And then back to my note catcher where it says make others aware of the problem. That's something we want to do, tell others, which is the whole point of this PSA. We're telling others about the issues and the problems because not everybody's educated about it, especially when you live in a place like the United States where our access to water is not as big of an issue as it is around the world. Okay, so then you will have your plan that you will speak from. Now these are just your key points. You will elaborate in your PSA, which will be on Flipgrid, a video, and you will use this to help you. Remember, you can choose any of the 3 issues, and it will be for children, young adults, and adults. So make it easy enough to understand, but make sure your examples for your solutions can be for anyone as well, too. And then I can't wait to see your PSAs. I'm going to make mine now so that tomorrow you'll have an example to follow. Enjoy!